Okay, getting started on this video. What I'm going to be doing here is testing out this Dupli-Color chrome with Future over it as a sealer. And so we're going to be doing two tests here. I've got a couple of parts here on my painting stick. I've got a old plastic tire, and I've got, I don't even know what this is, scrap plastic. And I'll be painting it black. I'll be painting it with Krylon Fusion black first, and then I'll be painting it with this Dupli-Color chrome, and then probably, I don't know when, I'll be putting some Future on it. So let's get started. Okay, so I've got the black sprayed on now. I can barely see my viewfinder, but I think I'm pointed at the tire. Now this is, okay, let me come in here where it's not quite so bright. Now this is the Krylon Fusion, and this is gloss black. And just on a side note here, I think I had established in my last video that it fails the spoon test because spoons are made out of the wrong kind of plastic. It all crinkles up on spoons, but oddly enough, the thing that you're testing for, it would be for the model kits. It seems to do just fine on polystyrene. There's no primer on this. I just sprayed straight onto the plastic and no problem. Now this scrap piece here, it may have reacted a little bit. I don't even know what kind of plastic that is. This is just a test, nothing's perfect, but I just wanted to explain that real quick. I'll spray on the chrome now and see how that looks. Okay, so there it is. It does look pretty good. I must say, I'm dying to spray a whole car with this, you know. But that's the result of that. You know, this, it doesn't look as good on this other kind of plastic, but pretty good. Followed the right procedure. Just got orange peel on that, and didn't on this. Just got lucky, I suppose. But yeah, let me pull this out in the sun. Oh yes, that's just a little bit bright. My guess is that it's focused on there. This sort of thing blinds the viewfinder. Anyway, what I'll do next here, I'm going to wait overnight. Go ahead and give this 24 hours to completely dry before I put some Future on it and see if Future becomes a good sealer for this. But otherwise, you know, it looks pretty good like it is, and you know, it's a little bit handleable. It's not something that brushes off, so even if you left it exactly like that, it wouldn't be a problem. But I'll come back tomorrow and dip it in Future, see what happens. And in this one, I will try to polish with old dryer sheet. Okay, so here we go. This has been drying for 24 hours. And I've already pre-filled a little vat here, and I'm just going to dip this part in there to see if Future has any reaction to the Dupli-Color completely blank chrome paint. So here we go, see what happens. Right offhand, there doesn't seem to be a reaction, which is good. There's a bubble in there. that I'm sure I need to pop. And it doesn't seem to want to pop. I'm about to drop it too. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set this down on my instructions here. I've already spilled some anyway. And what I'll do now is I'll wait for this to dry for a good long amount of time. That'll be just the one blemish there where I was holding on to it with the tweezers. But yeah, when a lacquer clear coat is reacting to it, it reacts instantly. And so this is a good sign. It doesn't look like it reacted to it at all. And that is really good. So what I'll do is I'll wait another 24 hours, and I may even redip it, and we'll see what the final result is. But this looks good. Okay, so here we are 24 hours later. I apologize in advance for the dryer noise in the background. But so this has been coated in Future, actually dipped in Future, and as you can see, it didn't gray it out. Whether or not it dulled it at all is something that I'm not going to be able to really tell. I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison here. I'm going to try to pull up the old video and put it side-by-side here to try to see. And of course that little blemish is where I was holding it with the tweezers. But it's hard to say. I think it had dulled it out a little bit. Whoops. And I think so. I think it dulled it out at least as much as the Tester's metallizer sealer. But I'm going to pull it out into the sun so we can see. So there we go. You know, still very shiny. I'll try to pull up a side-by-side on this as well. As you can see, it crinkled it a little bit there. See that? But that's probably because I dipped it instead of spraying it. It's a very thick coat of Future. Still reflective. My guess is that that it did dull it a bit, at least. But you know, it's really up to the opinion of whoever it is that's using it. What I've proven here, though, is that it doesn't dull it out like a lacquer, and this is what you'll get if you do that. I have forgotten to bring the can back over, but this was the Dupli-Color chrome and the Pledge with Future over it, and this is the result you get. And on a side note, this piece that I had done prepared exactly the same way, and it was Sergeant Sabu, that's Mike, had asked what happens when you just buff it with used dryer sheet, and that's the residue left over from it. And this is what you get, which is interesting, huh? That side right there is buffed. This side is not buffed. Does that look more like chrome? Gosh, hard to say. I'm gonna pull this out into the sun now. Alright, so it's gonna have a hard time focusing on that. There is the camera's gonna have a hard time with this. Anyway, that's the buff side, and that's the non-buff side. Of course, the non-buff side is definitely more reflective, but I guess I'm going to go one more day on this, and what I'm going to do now is coat this side with Future, just to see what that looks like. And then wait another 24 hours and then finish up this video. So, that's interesting, huh? Anyway, we're almost done here. Hang tight. Alright, so this is not 24 hours later, but about 8 hours later. You can see the silhouette of where the where I put the future on. If you can't see that silhouette, right about here is where the future is, and then there's the line, and then there's no future over here. And as you can see, the place where I brushed, or didn't brush, but polished with the dryer sheet has turned a little more silver than it was. So it's a unique color, but I wouldn't say that it is a improved chrome color or anything. I think it actually just made it a little bit worse. So I wouldn't do that, honestly, from what I'm seeing. And then there's the other piece there, and just for comparison's sake, I brought out, you know, a real chrome piece. You know, it looks good, and before the future it looked even better than this, if you recall. But it doesn't quite just look like that, but you know, it was looking pretty good. If I would say, if all of your chrome on a kit, or maybe just a bumper or something like that, was done in this Dupli-Color chrome, it would probably look pretty good. I don't know, but I'm gonna pursue it. What I will do probably on one of my models, I've got one where the bumper's all messed up, and I will probably prepare it using the gloss black and then the Dupli-Color chrome, and then I'll put nothing on it, because even at that, it is touchable. It's not like something that rubs off. I should have demonstrated that, but just the chrome paints. Oh, here I can demonstrate it right here. This right here is and my fingers are really dirty. I cut grass for a living, so I'm getting dirt on it, but I'm demonstrating that it doesn't rub off. It doesn't rub off, but dirt does rub on. So I've just kind of ruined that, but you can touch it. Take my word for it. I mean, right there it was wet, and there's my fingerprint. That was yesterday or the day before. But I don't know, pretty good. But I hope this helps somebody. I'd say future looks okay on it, but I would leave it completely alone, and I don't think I would try to buff it. Or maybe I've given you enough information to try something else on your own, but this is as far as I'm going to go with it. And I hope it helps somebody. So y'all have a good one. Bye.